Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and after having some fun at MegaCon, we are now back in the grind talking about the detractors, of course, because as usual, while people out there having fun, these weirdos are still out here crying constantly, daily about everything else that's not important to them. They don't really care about it. They just need something to cry about. They just need some content to farm. And so we're going to talk about all that. It's probably going to be a long one, so you're going to have to strap yourselves in for this one because it's going to get a little crazy. Starting off, of course, with the Rippaverse store. You can get your merch here. We got the brand new Braxwell shirt. I'm sure the weirdos will be like, oh, yeah, you're doing this, and Eric's not doing this or that. I don't care. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm not looking for a shout out. I'm looking to grow my audience organically based on the opinions that I have and based on the facts that I want to show to them. I don't sit up here and twist words. I don't sit up here and throw bullcrap into the wind. I show the exact facts on the screen, and then I give an opinion of what's being shown on the screen. That's all I'm ever doing. I don't go around twisting people's words. I don't go around acting as if they know what someone's trying to say. I don't do that. We don't do that here. So, Blade Devil 2 Chains of Blood. You can get it in the links in the description for both Blade Devil 1, Blade Devil 2. Right here, Blade Devil 1. Death, Death, Death by Joe Ball. 300-page graphic novel for just $18, manga style, right here. 30 for the line art, 45 for the color. Black Rhapsody, if you're into that more manga style, like I am, you can check it out here. I'm looking forward to it. It should be coming to me very soon. Super Plumber Sisters number 2, 5 days left on the campaign. Almost hitting that $10,000 goal by Tyler. You can get both number 1 and number 2, as well as any other material that he's put out in this campaign. Now, this is the most recent book I've backed. It's right now sitting at 452 with 15 backers. 21 days left to go. I'm looking forward to it. It's about 95% done. Again, more manga-style books catering to my type of speed when it comes to storytelling. And there you go. Moving on. So, we're going to start here. This was announced at MegaCon. A new character, one-shot, created by Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. So it'll be written, again, by Chuck Dixon, pencil and inked by Joe Bennett. So for all the weirdos out there that want to talk about 3D assets and little nonsense like that, paying for my bad art, yeah, if you've seen the art from things like Alpha Core, no, you're not getting bad art. You're getting fantastic art. So let's get into this 47-second trailer really quick. Just going to turn up the volume. Let's go.
Joe Bennett had this idea, and he presented it to me, and he said, what the Rippaverse really needs is a street-level crime-fighting character, a guy without any superpowers, self-made man. And so Joe and I together created the Horseman, and we presented the idea to Eric, and thank God he liked it. So we're creating a one-shot presenting the Horseman, just super action, the way only Joe Bennett can deliver it. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I promise.
All right, so this will be book number 3 for the Rippaverse. They're planning on doing 6 books this year. So we got Yaira number 1, got Gooding, we got Horseman, and then probably Isom 3. So that's the 4 books. Probably throwing a Norfolk book, maybe a Bloodproof book, possibly Yaira 2, maybe Alpha Core 2 will be out this year. This is kind of just my speculation with those last 2 books, but the other 4 are definitely a guarantee. So, of course, you had the haters coming out of nowhere saying it's a Batman ripoff. This is actually what the character looks like. If they had their eyes checked, according to John Douglas, shout out, it can be hard to see when your head is that far up your ass. Looking like this character, I guess, looks nothing like that character. This character is extremely skinny, not muscular at all, super skinny. This character is a little bit more muscular. Definitely doesn't look anywhere near the design, but moving on. We got the absolute madness coming from the Rippaverse Goalpost. Shout out. Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett's upcoming Horseman Rippaverse book is a quote-unquote Batman ripoff. Yeah, because this definitely looks like that. This is a bat. This is a horse. Definitely doesn't look the same in any bit at all. Stop acting as if it is. because it's not. But I wouldn't be surprised if Chuck Dixon actually got some inspiration from Batman, considering he was a legendary Batman writer. He wrote a lot of Nightwing, I believe, right? They followed Dax Herrera, Embry, and other Eric haters, so I wouldn't take them seriously. That's exactly right. I wouldn't take none of these people serious. I never do. I just monetize them because it's funny as hell to do that. Massive cope right now after the announcement of upcoming Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett's Horseman Rippaverse book. It's Azrael Batman cross Nightwing. Are they really that creatively bankrupt? No. That's literally just Azbat and Nightwing's batons. I didn't realize the character that they have of the Horseman doesn't have, spikes at the end of that baton. Nightwing's batons were designed to knock people out, not kill them. You literally see blood on the cover of the Horseman all over the ground. I'm pretty sure the Horseman's more designed to really deal some damage, probably get people close to being deleted completely. So, no. Bro, that's Batman, yeah. Coming from the furry, right? Oh, we got good old Eric. A knockoff Batman Nightwing. Hold on. LMFAO. Okay. Yeah. Shut up, queer. You damn fruit. So you copied Batman and are trying to pass it off as your own idea. No. No, they did not. Doesn't look like Batman at all. And we got Dickie Boy Masks, and he always got something nice to say. No, he doesn't. What the F is this crap? Spider-Man, Horseman, Batman, Horseman, horse crap. Yeah, the guy who literally has artwork that looks like it was drawn by a 5-year-old. Looks like those drawings you put on the fridge because you want your kids to appreciate that they drew something for mommy and daddy, and you put it on the fridge. Okay. Still looks better than your artwork. And Dick Masterson, you don't give a crap about comic books. So stop crying like a woman all the time. Dude, Dixonverse, this is effing stupid. Why is he wearing a gimp mask? Again, you don't care about comics. This is why it's so weird that you're so obsessive over this. You don't care about comics. You think comics are for losers. You've said so in video clips. So I don't know why you have this weirdo obsession over anything that Eric July's company is doing. Or anything his writers and artists are putting together. Pretty good impression I did from last night's show. Yeah, this is what you come to expect from the biggest trash can in the universe. Great quality content we got here. Let's take a listen to quality content from Buster Baxter over here.
For some reason. JJ for 2, how does Melanie Mac feel about the Soska sisters? She'll find a way to excuse their Satanism as well.
She did a thing. She said, well, I wish I wouldn't have done it that way. I wish he didn't. Like, that's it? You talking about gay people going to hell? And
she has a Yaira t-shirt, and she's a super hardcore Christian influencer.
This is my impression of Melanie Mac, but imagine a black dick instead of a sword. This is my impression of Nerdrotic and what was that guy's name? Jeremy
from
Yellow
Geeks and
Flash
Gamers.
is like a fucking toad.
Yeah, the Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers that kicked you out, Vito, because they realize you are a P to the E to the D to the O, a self-admitted one at that, who likes a certain movie from Netflix, and you defended it a lot, along with this weirdo, also defended it a lot.
Yellow Flash wishes he could suck Eric July's cock. This is my impression.
Again, it always goes back to these homoerotic fantasies these weirdos have of other people, knowing that these are the fantasies that they have all the time.
Of Nerdrotic, Melanie Mac, and
Jeremy.
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, like this.
There you go, folks.
Like that. Cock gobblers.
They are pretty bad. Michael winning for 5.
Yeah, they're pretty bad because they got rid of yo ass.
The Vito's worst argument just shows they're fine with pedo stuff. Yeah, kind of the point.
Yeah, because you liking that certain movie on Netflix is definitely akin to something that the Saskas do in horror movies. Yeah, that's definitely the same thing. No. Who wore it better? This person. Because this person was actually trying. This guy was trying to look like an idiot, and you look like an idiot. You really weren't trying to look like Braxwell. You were just trying to look like an idiot. I mean, you already look like an idiot regardless. You might as well just throw on the Juju the Cow outfit because you look retarded anyway. You might as well just throw that on to make yourself look more retarded. We got Hail the Lore shout out. It says Horseman's a stupid name, quote unquote. Marvel Snowflake and Safe Space. So they know it's crap. No, they know this is crap. This isn't crap because obviously you weirdos want to bring up all these other examples of the name or the character's name being used in other comics. So obviously it can't be that crap if more than one person is using the name or has used the name before. Again, you can't copyright the name. I don't know why we don't have 100,000 subscribers yet, because your content is garbage. It's boring. Your content is boring, as Az would say. It's dull. It's boring. It's the same crap all the time. And of course, you know, Ripper wants to have this nice meeting with the guy who was dressed as Braxwell, but of course, this weirdo had to insert himself where he doesn't really belong. Because, you know, Ripper says, moments like these are so surreal. Braxwell cosplayer and just an all-around awesome dude. Going to events and meeting fans will never get old. Being able to chat with the people that make this possible is both humbling and inspiring. I'm so thankful for all of you because, of course, Buster Baxter had to insert himself. Really great meeting the, quote, Black Stan Lee of comics. Yeah, y'all are the ones that made that up. Eric has never called himself that. Hotel staff used a crowbar to get Neurotic's mouth over Eric's junk to take this picture. Yeah, again, gay. Gay? It's not pronounced like horseman, it's horseman, like a person that rides a horse. But he's not riding a horse, and he wears a gimp hood with horse ears and horseman. Horseman. How would you know that if the book isn't out yet? How would you know that if the book isn't out yet? This is the same dumb argument you made when I Some 1 was out, and you're like, oh, this book sucks. But then you never read it. And then you read it, and you read it like you were a dumbass. Because there were questions you asked that were answered in the book. And you said that I Saw him putting his shoulder on Jasmine's shoulder was akin to bad behavior. Because you're stupid. Zach's bad taste, as I always expected, is not just in movies. Well, the quote-unquote bad taste is Zach saying he thoroughly enjoyed Eric July's ISOM books. And I said, interesting thread here. No one cares if you don't like ISOM or even Alpha Core, but stop acting as if everyone should have the same opinion and acting as if it's the only opinion I have. I can tell you right now, this person, I think, or I believe, turned on Yellow Flash. I don't know, I haven't seen him in person sharing his videos as much, or even if at all. There are no young people. This is important because if you want to, quote-unquote, save comics, you need to get young people interested. You don't buy comics. I can tell you right now, you don't buy comics, Mr. Name with Numbers. Obviously, the Rippaverse is not doing that. If it's all older, it means it doesn't have much life left. When this generation goes, the comics will too. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. And I said this is not a serious person. Daily reminder of what Rippaverse and its fans, particularly me, have no problem with. Don't worry, random person. Oh, I don't know who that is. It's just a couple of women talking about these things. You'll probably enjoy it. I was like, no one cares. You're not a serious person, and no one takes you seriously. Everyone laughs at you. Like I said, you could possibly win Lolcal of the Year, and it's only February. So they're just literally copying other people's work, just like how they're using other people's 3D assets for their work. It's penciled by Joe Bennett. Cope and seethe all you want. Cope and seethe all you want, dude. I actually had Haitian, man. Shout out that Haitian. I was hoping you'd be at MedCon. I had a bunch of my favorite YouTubers sign his Alphacore book. Yeah, I would love to sign his Alphacore book. That would have been cool. Sorry, man. Maybe another time we can do that. Did he create the character, or did he just get hired on a project he didn't own? Turns out you can't use somebody else's trademark even if you did the pencils. Again, again, the character doesn't look the same. You can't copyright the name. You can't trademark that name. It's the same thing I've always said, even about ISOM. More like laughing at the obvious Lolcal Eric July. Instead of you who does this to Eric July pictures all day in your grandma's basement. You loser. Try not worshipping YouTubers, you brain rot. Do something productive like going to a gym. I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I'm sorry. I already do that. Been doing that for a year now. Sorry, you're stupid. I was like, your mom jerks me off just fine. What is with you weirdos and your homoerotic obsession with Eric? If you're gay, just say so. No one, including myself, will care. I don't care, dude. This is the only thing you guys have. It's the same insults over and over and over. And you call me a retard for always calling y'all fat when all of you guys are fat. My haul from the day, right? I got all my ISON books signed. I got my 2 Black Widow books signed. I even bought Private American. Got the concept art book. All these books are signed by Eric now. Obviously not Private American and not the Black Widow books, but, you know, the Soscos were nice enough to give me their 5th issue of Black Widow that they had on their table for free just because I was so cool, according to them. Of course, I got my picture with them. Cool story. It's cool. It's really, really awesome. A lot of fun. I even met Jack Lloyd in the line. So it's great to see you too. Awesome. We ended up in the line together. Hell yeah. I need more of those SJW Hates Rippaverse kids. Those are great. Those are fantastic. That's how I found out about Jack Lloyd, because of that. But of course, we had Smart Alec over here trying to show an old tweet because he's a dumbass, like every other dumbass that makes a Rippa parody hater account, where I said this just sounds like the same type of quote from people who pay celebrities hundreds of dollars for an autograph when in reality secret the person hates you. Well, considering that Eric recognized me right away when I walked in there and knew who I was right away, I'm pretty sure he don't hate me. And I even said, I got all of my autographs for free, dumbass. Shut the fuck up when grown folks are talking, you fucking clown. Because that's what these people are. They're all freaking clowns. And there's a guy that blocked me right here. He ended up blocking me after the last tweet that I responded to him with, right? This is Children Talks. As you type like a child who doesn't know how to type with basic grammar. Also, Free Palestine. Clown world. Fuck out of here. That's the saddest zero talent Fs on YouTube all in a row. He's referring to a picture that I put up where I was at the Geeks and Gamers FNT Rippaverse panel. So apparently none of these people have talent. Says the guy right here that Critical Drinker worked with Sylvester Stallone, who's currently doing a short film. You got Eric with his Rippaverse comic company. Great, fantastic FNT, and all these guys are on FNT and have way more talent than you'll ever have in your entire life, which is what I said. Yet every single one of them have more talent than you'll ever have in your entire life. Because all you do is sit up here and bitch and moan and cry about other people having success while having none yourself. Lol, if someone managed to sneak out a photo from the depths of purgatory, it'd be this photo. I'd rather do this than sit in this crowd, and I effing hate this. Beta. And we had Crooked Painter here. Unfortunately, probably coming soon to headlines near you. Tagged me, and it was like, sounds like you got some gay fantasies to let other people know about. I just don't care to know about them. You can come out of the closet. It's perfectly fine. No one, including me, will care. It's so weird that these types are okay with the trashing of the black man creating his own stuff, but when you defend them, they will call you all the names in the book that they possibly can, while simply not understanding your insults don't faze me. I'll be sitting up here with the last laugh while you live in your miserable lives, coping and seething daily over a black man being the most successful thing in indie comics. Bringing back the enthusiasm in comics, unlike a certain man crying daily for hours because his books are late and gay. Because they are. They're late and gay. How does the simple purchase of a comic Rippaverse book change my race, sex, gender, choice, voting history? Because trans folks are paying big money for surgeries to get the same effect. You haters are hilarious AF and giving out closet homo vibes. These people are broken. I would just start blocking them. Are you an SJW? Why is it always about race? Well, guess we also mock PTP who's not black. Might not even be a man. See, the problem is, the reason I bring up the race when it comes to Eric, because why is it that it's only the black man that you're criticizing? You're not criticizing the other guy who's sitting in live streams crying for hours and hours and hours about the black man having success. Why is it only the black man that you're going after? Well, I'm just playing by y'all's rules, because that's the type of rules that you weirdo leftists like to play by. You like to play this race card when it's convenient. You want to play victim, but when I say you're attacking the black man, it's automatically I'm an SJW. Nah. Well, we're not playing these games. You don't play by the rules. You don't play with the kid gloves. I'm not playing with kid gloves anymore. You want to play this game? You want to cry victim? Now he decides to respond, of course, right? He decides to respond with this. Oh, I'm not trashing him. I'm trashing you for doing this. To be clear, retard. While you look like this. I understand. I understood, but I also understand. But I also understand how gay you are with your gay fantasies projected onto other people. Looking the way you do, you could say this type of stuff. You couldn't say this type of stuff to anyone's face. That's what I was supposed to say. And we get back to here. You keep trying that one, don't you, Slug Man? And you know they haven't done a quarter of what I've achieved. You haven't achieved anything outside of being an ankle biter. Keep blowing strangers online that don't know you exist. Oh yeah, Eric definitely knows I exist. He is subscribed to my YouTube channel and my Twitter and recognized me when I walked into MegaCon yesterday. Cope and Seethe. Nobody on the internet knows who the fuck you are. People actually recognize me when I walked into MegaCon. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. And honestly, it's cool that people recognize me. Was I expecting it at all? Absolutely not. I'm just some guy giving my opinions on the internet. That's pretty much it. I don't expect people to recognize me, but it just happened and it was cool. It was a nice feeling. I was like, you haven't achieved anything outside of being an ankle biter. You look like a crackhead, and you're out here acting as if you're special outside of being special ed. Now let me remind you people, this is what this guy looks like. This is what you look like, and you out here trying to tell people that they're slugs. You look like a crackhead. Stop acting like you look like some fucking model. You're not a goddamn Chris Hemsworth, bruh. You are a fucking crackhead, and you look like this. Stop trying to insult other people's appearance and intelligence when you look like this. Looking like a goddamn fruit. Go right ahead. Now here's a panel from, I believe, Omega Store from John Malin. Oh, sorry, you said post panels. My mistake. I'd still recommend the vid, but this is the gist. So they have this scene where some terrible things are happening to a woman, and she basically begs for her life to be ended here. And then right at the end of the book, it says, dedicated to Gail Simone. Well, they want to be hypocritical, or I should say critical about what the Oscars are doing, yet they're doing weird things like this. Now you're allowed to do it, but I find it hypocritical that you're gonna judge somebody for doing horror films, and then you're gonna put this disgusting crap in a book. EVS has promoted dozens of books that had limited artwork and story. Many turned out to be hot garbage, like ISOM 1 and 2. Yeah, I remember a time where you were actually praising the fact that Marvel and DC would be in trouble. They should be on the lookout because ISOM is making so much money. And I said, that's interesting coming from the guy who was praising ISOM when it was making a whole bunch of money, but the moment your handler tells you it's bad, all of a sudden it's bad. I'll continue to say it for you and everyone in the back. No one cares about your opinion on ISOM. Shut the fuck up and move the fuck on. Because that's how y'all act. You'll act as if you can't move on from this. Like it's your only thing that you can do. We got some stuff from Vito. These people are all completely brain dead. This is from Flashcast last night when they had Dean Cain on. Let's get into it. 47 seconds.
Then all of a sudden they aged up John and well, he's bisexual, but in modern comics, he'll never be with a woman again.
Well, it didn't bother me that he was bisexual or gay or whatever. It bothered me that they were kids. Like we're focusing on the sexuality of kids, and it's like every time with these left wingers, why don't want to talk about this about kids? Like this is.
I'm pretty sure Archie's not a kid there, but okay.
It was disgusting. So thank God I got out of it.
They go for the kids because they're the only ones that they can get through to. They can't get through to the adults that have already, thought about this stuff. So they've got to go through the new next generation coming through, mold them, make them the way they want them to make them.
I don't see that there was any evidence that there was a homosexual community on Krypton.
I don't see that there was any evidence that there was a homosexual community on Krypton.
Then all of a sudden they ate.
Because there isn't. Because there isn't. And he says here, after that, he says, I was thinking the other day about how there's an entire generation of men who have never been to war and are desperately searching for a shared struggle to bond over. It's sad that many of them have settled for, quote, hating Disney as their code of brotherhood, because it's a picture of Benny Johnson basically putting his hands together with Critical Drinker and Neurotic, shout out to all three channels, to where Benny Johnson says this. Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic, the first YouTube channels I ever followed, taught me so much. True creators, rebels against the system, good men, brothers in arms in the war to take back culture, Carl Weathers handshake. So it's Gary saying all this stuff is crap, all this stuff is propaganda, and here's some good stuff that's little sprinkles here and there. But you also have Critical Drinker making his own short films because he said it himself, even at the MegaCon panel, that if Hollywood's not going to make good stories, screw it. Why not? Why not him, right? Why not him do it? I find it very interesting that that's the hill you want to die on. You absolutely do this to yourself, is what I say to him. But you're a clown literally talking shit about a black man almost daily while having no talent, no creative work to show for it. You constantly defend this bad behavior. You have no legs to stand on. Shut the fuck up when grown folks are talking. Hashtag when is super killer. Of course, he also got wrecked by Hypnotic. Shout out. I would take hating Disney over doing this disgusting thing any day. But I guess not all of us are wired the same. No, Vito is absolutely not wired the same. That man needs some serious help in life. He needs to figure out what the fuck he's doing in life. He literally had that video where he was breaking down. He had an entire video of him breaking down and talking about how miserable his life is. Yet, he continues to be miserable. He doesn't continue to improve himself. He continues to just be on a downward spiral and continues to be miserable. So at the end of the day, haters are never to be taken serious. They want to drag you down like crabs in a bucket. They want to tell you you're the worst type of things when you defend people who are just trying to do their own thing, trying to build their own material, and trying to essentially build something outside the mainstream. But because Eric doesn't bow to these weirdos, they're going to continue to try to take him down a peg, including people who don't care about the medium, like Buster Baxter. And clearly Vito doesn't care about the medium either, because he hasn't put out a book that he claims to be writing. Hasn't put it out there yet. And the only people that know of its existence are the same people who hate on Eric July. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button. You comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content and hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all notifications. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream on this channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.